So this woman, right? She went to vacation in Ghana, about 2 weeks vacation with her kids in Ghana, and then she got stuck on their way back to the UK. So after so many years of being in the UK, had all her kids in the UK, her grandkids, everything in the UK, currently receiving, I think she's 81 years old. Yeah, that's what I think the poster said. Yep, 81 years old. She returning back to the UK, which is all she ever knew. Everything she ever knew in her life was life in the UK. Had all her kids in the UK, all her grandkids in the UK. And now she's been detained and returned back home at the airport. They refused to admit her into the country, into the United Kingdom. So for 4 months, she stayed in Ghana and they were fighting her case. Email, letters to the Home Office, what. They denied her return. So whatever happened before she finally returned, we don't know. And actively, she has cancer, so she's going through cancer treatment. And being in Ghana has affected her treatment too, delay in treatment and all that. So my question here is, what do you think about dual citizenship? I was listening to her story, and it turned out that she never changed her status to take a British passport. She never owned a British passport. After all these years, she chose to not, I don't know. If you guys know Sewa Bruni in Canada, she's excuse me to say, she's a Ghanaian woman who is a stirred, right, in Canada. And I don't know what the details are, but apparently she had some, connections with Nanado. That time, Gifty Adoye's husband, Adoye, was the one who was in charge of security or whatever. But, you guys know this story was public on social media everywhere, right? The bully she went through, the threats she experienced, and all those things. What I learned from her story was one thing. When she shared her story, she said when they threatening to even take her life and all that kind of thing, she went to the Canadian embassy. And what saved her life then was the fact that she was not a dual citizen. So what did they do? As a Canadian citizen, they owe her that right to protect her. And whatever they did, they ordered her return and stuff or however. But at the end of the day, her safety was secured and she left the country called Ghana. Later when your friends in Kojon can service here, the country called Ghana. You see, I learned from that. To me, I always have a desire to, be a dual citizen. Till today, I don't understand that concept. Why I am born and bred in Ghana, and then I have to even go and get a citizenship, apply for dual citizenship. I don't think so. I think it should be automatic. I didn't have to put document on it to benefit from my, my birth country as a native, right? That's how I feel. So if I have to go through that, it was a challenge. I really wanted to do that at some point. But because of the West story, I learned. In case you don't know, if you are wherever you are, and there is you are dual citizenship, you have dual citizenship, right? And something happened in an emergency like this, something. When we had the Takrady girl situation in Ghana, till today, nobody knows what happened to them, right? But around the same time, in the hype of that story, there were students from Canadian students, white students, that also went as international students from Canada to Ghana. Something happened to them too. Did you ask yourself what happened that they were able to find them, but the Takoradi girls there till today, they have not traced them? Mm-hmm. So me, I learned the hard way before I go and stand at any embassy to be fighting for my rights, and they tell me that you have dual citizenship. So this is also your home country. This is also, you are a native of Ghana, blah blah blah. But yeah, I refuse to change any however my life is right now. The only thing that I need addition to is money. Aside that, leave everything like it is. Like people say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's all I will say. So before you ever think of becoming a dual citizen of any country or this or that, I hope this story I just said inspires you to consider again. I'm not trying to tell you which decision to take, but I'm just trying to tell you that you must understand all the things that you want to dive into before you make a decision, because information is important and knowledge is power. The lack of knowledge will lead you into a ditch. So make sure whatever decision you want to take, you have informed decision. Not just a decision, but the informed one that you have investigated, you have researched, and you know that if I do it this way, it will be better. Anyway, you have a good night. I thought I shared this story with you guys. Take care. Bye.